Alice has a lot of adventures, and she meets a lot of creatures. On the beach, she meets the mock turtle, as in mock turtle soup, and a griffin, and obviously they teach her a song and a dance. It's the lobster quadrille. The Lobster Quadrille by Lewis Carroll. "Will you walk a little faster?" said a whiting to a snail. "There's a porpoise close behind us, and he's treading on my tail. See how eagerly the lobsters and the turtles all advance. They are waiting on the shingle. Will you come and join the dance? Will you, won't you, will you, won't you, will you join the dance? Will you, won't you, will you, won't you join the dance?" You can really have no notion how delightful it will be when they take us up and throw us with the lobsters out to sea. But the snail replied, too far, and gave a look askance. Said he thanked the whiting kindly, but he would not join the dance. Would not, could not, would not, could not, would not join the dance. Would not, could not, would not, could not join the dance. "What matters it how far we go?" his scaly friend replied. "There is another shore, you know, upon the other side. The further off from England, the nearer is to France. Then turn not pale, beloved snail, but come and join the dance. Will you, won't you, will you, won't you, will you join the dance? Will you, won't you, will you, won't you join the dance?" So I did my own poem in response to this, and I like this image of a dance. I believe, I'm not an expert on the quadrille, but I imagine it's one of those dances where you advance and retreat, maybe bow, maybe spin around and return to where you started. It's a good image for life and relationships, really, this advancing, retreating, turning around, finding yourself back where you started. One of the relationships that particularly interests me is the relationship between a parent and child. So the poem I've written is called The Parent and Child Quadrille. And children, in this poem, I'm on the side of the child, even though I'm speaking with the voice of the grown-up. Here we go. Could you be a little better? Could you try a little more? Could you stand up straight, speak clearly, pick your clothes up off the floor? Could you, would you, will you, won't you? Can you be the perfect child? Could you walk a little quicker? Could you smile a sweeter smile? Could you eat up all your dinner, chewing quietly the while? Could you be polite and grateful? Always say, thank you and please? Could you keep your bedroom tidy and have shiny, shiny knees? Will you, won't you, will you, won't you? Oh, why don't you try to be the perfect child? Will you go to bed on order? Will you fall asleep when told? Will you leap out when you're called for? Be a joy to behold? Will you work so hard at lessons that you get a perfect score? Be superb at spelling, sums and science. Do your homework. Ask for more. Will you always make the extra effort, have gleaming teeth and shining hair, and if you end up in emergency, have spotless underwear? Can't you be like the kids on telly? Act as if you're on an ad. Be well-behaved and clever, and make a humble parent glad. You can really have no notion how delightful it would be if you do all you are asked to, and you do it perfectly. So be not wild, O errant child, but be serious, be grave, be sensible, be superior, be silent, oh, behave.